Hello, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the J Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Nowakowski, and without further ado, let's get straight on into today's episode. Got a lot to cover this episode. Giving you details of kind of like what I want my schedule to be for future podcasting and putting out on YouTube and stuff like that, and what my future plans are. And, we had some sports news happen this week, and so, yeah, let's get straight into it. So first, for those of you that have been watching on YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate and love the support. I love the support from my Spotify listeners as well, but thank you to the YouTube watchers. If you are watching on YouTube, you can see the pennants that I normally have in the background. I normally have sports teams up. I do have sports teams up, but on top of that, I have a custom-made pennant that says J Sports. I got it off of Etsy, and I absolutely love it. I love the coloring of it, the old retro-y look. So if you're listening or watching on YouTube, there it is. There's the custom-made pennant, and I absolutely love it. And so I got my pennants, I got my teams. I got my Dodgers, my Lakers, my Vikings, my Ducks up there, and then I'm probably gonna have those four up every episode because those are my teams. And then I'm gonna switch out every time, just switching up, make it random maybe. But if I'm doing an episode based on a ton of different sports, maybe I'll just have, a little bit of everything. If I'm doing it on one certain sport, I'm just gonna have it with filled with that one sport. But as you can tell, multiple leagues, multiple things, different leagues I'm gonna be talking about. But going forward, so I'm hoping to record on Friday and Saturday nights. So podcasts will be out on Saturday morning, Sunday morning for that. I do work a full-time job. I work from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. So I don't have a lot of time during the week to record. But what I will say with that is, if there's big breaking news stuff that's urgent that I need to get on top of and be like, all right, I got this stuff I need to talk about, I'll make a weekday podcast. But if there's nothing too exciting, too big and extreme, I'm gonna do Friday and Saturdays. I'm gonna be recording. They'll be out Saturdays and Sundays. So I think that's my plan. Also, I think I'm gonna be doing more like Instagram lives, Facebook lives, that kind of thing along with it to engage with all of my listeners and all of you, and talk about current news, and without podcasting, talk about some other stuff, because I think that could be fun and something to do. So also, before I get into the sports, talking about the sports and what happened this last week, I want to jersey of the episode. I know the last few episodes I wasn't wearing jerseys. I know for the Super Bowl I was wearing my Randy Moss one, but trying to do jersey every episode unless I have a t-shirt of whatever. So jersey of the episode is, there it is. If you're on YouTube, you can look at it. If you're listening, it is the Phoenix Suns city jersey from this year, the one that says the Valley. Super cool, super dope jersey. Quick shout out, I want to thank my super duper awesome cousin Emily Ducker. She actually got the jersey for me and bought it for me. So thank you so much, Emily, and also thank you for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. So jersey of the day, it's a Devin Booker. You can't tell, but it's Devin Booker, Suns Valley jersey. So now let's get into the sports. What's happened since my last podcast came out Sunday night when I was recapping the Super Bowl. So first, let's start in the MLB because we had some big news. Trevor Bauer made his decision, and oh boy, was it a good one. Trevor Bauer is heading to where he went to college, UCLA, the City of Angels, the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's right, Bauer's headed back home where he belongs. So, Trevor Bauer is heading to the Dodgers. That rotation is absolutely nasty. Didn't mean to bump my mic there. Sorry, guys, for audio listeners. Sorry. But Bauer is heading to the Dodgers. So, this is what the Dodgers rotation is looking like right now. We have Buehler, who I think will be the 1, Bauer 2, Kershaw 3, Price 4, and 5 is up for grabs. A lot of people are saying Julio Urias. I liked him out of the bullpen personally. I thought he did a good job out of the bullpen, and I think he should stay there because I think that's where he's been the most successful. He's been a good starter, but he's been like lights out of the bullpen for multiple innings. We saw it in the playoffs. And he's gone, multiple innings, not giving up runs. He did that against Atlanta. He did that against the Rays in the game clincher. So I think Urias shouldn't be a starter. Maybe give him a chance, but I think he's a bullpen guy. I think that 5th starter spot is got to be Dustin May, one, or Tony Gonsolin. It's between those two. Right now, Gonsolin had a better year, but I'm a big Dustin May fan, so a little bit, I don't know. I'm a big Dustin May fan, so I would love to see it to go to Dustin, but maybe they'll flip-flop because they did that a few times last year where they flip, one time it'd be May, one time it'd be Gonsolin, so maybe something like that happens. But anyways, the Dodgers rotation is absolutely filthy, and I am so excited for the upcoming season. Pitchers and catchers are reporting in next week. Pitchers and catchers report. So we're going to be having some, pitchers, catchers, spring training. That's all coming up, and I'm just so excited for baseball to be back again. I love my baseball. I love my Dodgers. Justin Turner seems to have, I don't know if narrowed down is the right word, but John Heyman put out a tweet today saying that he has gotten multiple year offers from the Dodgers and Brewers, and he's gotten other offers from the Jays. I want to say the A's, and I can't think of the other team right now. But the Dodgers, the Dodgers getting the multiple year offer, I think that's really important to Turner. I think that's something he really wants. He wants a multiple year deal, which I don't blame him. I know he is 36, he is older, but he's kind of earned it, let's be honest, he has earned it. He gave his heart and soul to LA, and he's really been a good clutch player for the Dodgers for a while. I think I think he deserves multiple years, just I've worked my ass off with this team, don't give me a 1-year deal. I'm 36, give me 2 or 3. I think even if it means you get 1 year of really bad production because he's old, I think that's totally okay. So I hope he stays with the Dodgers. But where is the tweet on Justin Turner? Here it is. Star third baseman Justin Turner has multiple year offers from at least the Dodgers and the Brewers. His hometown Dodgers are naturally seen as the favorite, but Milwaukee is said to be hopeful. The Mets, Jays, and Braves. Mets, Jays, Braves. Those 3 are all linked to Turner, but seem less likely now. So it seems like maybe those are 1-year deals that they're offering Turner. But that's just the report right now. It could change. It could be totally different later on. So Justin Turner, he's going to have to make a decision soon. Spring training is starting up soon. The only other signings, really, nothing that big. Jake Arrieta re-signed with the Cubs. I don't know. He's out of his prime, in my opinion. His best years were with the Cubs. I guess he's looking for that, maybe. I don't know, but I don't see anything there. Rich Hill signed with the Tampa Bay Rays. He's still going strong, I guess. So good for Rich. Hopefully he does well. I really liked him in a Dodger uniform, but so we got spring training coming up, and with the new 2021 baseball season starting soon, so there were 3 rule changes implemented into the shortened season. Now, a few are going to stay, and some are leaving as well. So I'm going to go over the rules that are staying, which ones are leaving. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Give you my opinion on it. So the 3 rule changes that went into the 2020 shortened season were universal DH. That was one. The second one was 7-inning doubleheaders. And the third was extra innings. A man starts on second base to start out each extra inning to speed up the game. So the ones that are staying for the 2021 season are 7-inning doubleheaders and second baseman or extra innings guy starts on second base. Universal DH is gone. So here are my thoughts. Here are my thoughts on this. 7-inning doubleheader, I love that. I really like that because doubleheaders were so hard, and I mean you'd call up extra guys, and it would just wipe you out. And 7-inning doubleheaders, I remember, you can have your starter might be able to go a complete game. So I'm honestly I'm okay with the 7-inning doubleheaders. I like that. The runner on second to start extras, I don't really like it. I know it's to speed up the game and they want to, get involved. They want the youth to watch. We want to see young people watch baseball, and we're trying to speed it up. It's like, I I love 18-inning baseball games. And even regular season 18-inning games. Those are fun. You had the Dodgers World Series game that went 18 innings against the Red Sox that ended 2-1. That was such a good game. Brewers Dodgers went 14 or 15 innings. I remember that. So I'm honestly I'm not a fan of this rule. I think it's kind of dumb. I'm just not a big fan of it in general. I wish that would be the one to leave. If I had to pick an odd man out, I wish it was that one and not the DH. So that leads into my other one, the universal DH. I liked it. Maybe it was because I'm a Dodger fan and the Dodgers have so many offensive weapons. They were able to really utilize that in the shortened season, having the DH and being able to roll out different lineups each and every night, give guys extra days off just to swing the bat. I thought it was good for the Dodgers. Some NL teams, that maybe struggled. Maybe they weren't fans of it because they were like, well, shit, we need to throw some hitter out. Here comes some minor leaguer that shouldn't even be here. We're going to throw him out on, because we need a DH or whatever. We need someone here, So, I liked the DH. I understand why it's gone. I wish it wasn't, but it is. So, those are my opinions just on the rule changes that going into next season, which ones I wish should. So, if I was picking, I'm okay with the 7-inning doubleheader. DH, I wish stayed. The extra innings man on second, I wish that one was out. I wish that one would go. But it's still baseball. I still love baseball. I'm not going to love it any less. I'm just not a big fan of the starting at second base for extra innings. I know what they're trying to do. I get it, but I just don't like it. That's just my opinion. I just don't like it. Andrew Benintendi was involved in a 3-team deal. So he is going. You're thinking, oh, Benintendi gets out of Boston. Yes, he's heading out. He's out. He's going. Well, I don't think his situation got much better. He's going to Kansas City. So, Andrew Benintendi, who was, if you remember that 2018 Red Sox team that won it all, he was a big, big piece of that team. So, here's the trade breakdown. The Royals get Andrew Benintendi and cash from Boston. The Red Sox get outfielder Franchi Cordero and 2 players to be named later from Kansas City. They get right-handed pitcher Josh Winchowski and a player to be named later from the Mets. And the Mets get outfielder Khalil Lee from Kansas City. So, 3-team deal, lots of players to be named later, that kind of thing. Red Sox, I think the Red Sox got a pretty good haul for him. Some nice prospects. You're going to, in total, you gave up Andrew Benintendi in cash. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players back. Hopefully 2 of those guys can pop. Hopefully, Franchi Cordero, hopefully he'll pop. And that pitcher, Josh, my boy Josh. I'm supporting you all the way now. You got the same name as me. I like you, except for Josh Reddick. I hate Josh Reddick. That was the Andrew Benintendi trade. That's what happened. So he's heading to Kansas City, and he'll help out their outfield. Alex Gordon retiring, and they're in a rebuilding phase. But so Benintendi out of Boston into Kansas City, and the last little bit of baseball news is Dodger Stadium South. I guess we can't really call that now because we got a Dodger Padre rivalry, and it's going to be here for a while, and I am so excited about it. Padres made a signing either it was today or yesterday. They signed Mark Melancon, so they sturdied up their bullpen. Melancon, a veteran, definitely, and he's had his ups and downs. But overall, you're going to bolster your bullpen. That's what matters. The Dodgers made a few minor trades today. They traded Alex Kolarek and Dylan Floro for a couple of prospects, basically, is what it was. So, Kolarek I liked, and Floro, I liked them both. But I was reading about the prospect we got back from the Marlins. He's a lefty, 24 years old, young arm. I'm cool with it. I'm okay with that. And the Dodgers I think they're going to have a pretty solid bullpen anyways, so I'm okay with those moves that were made. But Padres signing Mark Melancon, good way to bolster up the bullpen. Dodgers-Padres is going to be intense. My Andy Thompson, my guy, he's a big Padres fan. I'm looking forward to when fans are in the stands and we can go to some Dodger-Padre games because, man, they're going to be so good. You have Tatis, Machado, you have all the young guys. I mean, you have, Snell, Darvish, Lamet, Paddock. I mean, all of the talent on that, and the Padres have a great team. Oh man, you signed the second baseman from the KBO. Padres have a really, really solid roster, and the Dodgers, they're the Dodgers. They got Bauer now, Kershaw, Buehler, Mookie, Bellinger, Seager, Muncy, and it's just going to be so good for the next few years, this Dodgers-Padres rivalry, and I'm really excited for it. I can't wait. The one thing, Mike Clevenger, he won't be pitching for the Padres, so I think the consensus is, okay, this year might not be the year. Like, this year, it might be Dodgers still do pretty well, but it's going to be next year when that step is taken, where it's going to be that Dodgers, Padres, if both teams are healthy, those are going to be some damn good games. So I'm really, really excited for it. I can't wait for baseball season to start. I love baseball season. Getting the, being able to watch the Blue Jays. They're going to be mashing the ball this year, and the Dodgers and the Padres. I'm just so excited for baseball season. It's one of my favorite times of the year is being able to watch hockey and baseball and basketball. It's just such an amazing time of the year. So I'm really looking forward to it and looking forward to spring training and seeing how Bauer does in a Dodger uniform. So that's all we got for the MLB news. But NBA news, we have some stuff to talk about. First, Mark Cuban this week, this is why Mark Cuban is my favorite owner in the NBA, and I think he always will be. Like, he just doesn't give a shit. Not one shit. Like, he does not care at all. He decided not to play the national anthem on, it was Tuesday or Wednesday's game. They didn't play the national anthem, and then right after the NBA sent a memo, you must comply and you must play it, and every team must play it, and Dallas said, okay, we'll comply, and then the next game they played it, but what a move by Mark Cuban, ballsy move. I don't want to get into politics or anything like that. I don't want to do that. This is a sports podcast. I want to be a distraction from all of that. So I don't really want to get into it. I love and I honor our veterans. I really do. I do. I love our veterans. Serving our country. I don't know. I just don't like when stand for the rise of the national anthem, remove your cap, and it's just like that's the time either people are going, people get up and grab food and stuff, or they're sitting and chatting, whispering, they're whispering to the people next to them and stuff like that. Oh, singer's really good. Oh, like I don't know. But ballsy move by Mark Cuban, and I respect that. because he's always done that. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about Mark Cuban. Ballsy move, and that's why I love Mark Cuban. So, and then the NBA does have plans for an All-Star game this year, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of what the plan is. Players are not a fan of it either. De'Aaron Fox is not a fan of, like, he is trying to get into his first All-Star game, and he's like, yeah, it's bullshit. This sucks. And LeBron's like, yeah, it sucks. I had plans to rest and vacation for that week because we were told we would have that week off, and now, I'm not going to let my fans down. I'm going to play in the All-Star game, So it just, I don't know. I don't like the move by the NBA. So I guess we need to know the whole situation. If the NBA said, this week, March, whatever it is, if that week, like, that's your week off. If that's your week off, then then I'm with the players. I'm like, okay, you told us we had this week off and now we don't. Like, what the fuck, Right? What the hell? What is this bullshit, So I don't know. And then, like, they're like, we're going to cram it all into one day, and the dunk contest is going to be at the halftime of the All-Star game. Like, no. Okay, first of all, if you're going to do dunk contest, that's its own separate event. Don't do it in the middle of the All-Star game. That's stupid. And also, like, the All-Star game is more of a fan event where you can pack in a stadium and watch a dunk contest and skills competition and three-point contest, and the next day the All-Star game and all of that. But it's like, if it's going to be like 25% capacity or whatever, which I understand because of COVID, don't do an All-Star game. Please don't. I'm telling you right now, if there is an All-Star game with a dunk contest at halftime, I'll turn it on about 2 minutes before halftime, and that's it. I don't know. I don't think there should be an All-Star game in general. Just vote your All-Stars and say, oh, these are the All-Stars for this year. And just say, yeah, like they did it in the NFL. Here are Pro Bowlers, and they're going to play, a few of them are going to play Madden. And, some people liked it. I didn't tune into it. But, some people enjoyed it. So for the people that enjoyed it, that's great. Do something like that for the NBA. Be like, here are All-Stars, and we're going to do a 2K tournament. Like, cool, woo! I don't know. Like, if LeBron was looking forward to that week of rest and that vacation time. So it doesn't seem like it's going to change at this point, but I really do hope that the NBA takes back and says, okay, no All-Star game. We're not going to do it this year. Sorry. Like, I think everyone would be okay with that. I would be okay with that. I think everyone would be okay with that. So now we got NFL, juicy NFL stuff going on. Juicy NFL stuff going on. So, J.J. Watt was released today. J.J. Watt, Houston Texan, been there his whole career, was released by the Texans today. Well, by the time this is out, yesterday. And then I was listening on the radio. It happened at like 7 a.m. I was listening on the radio, listening to Fox Sports Radio, which I love. I love my Cowherd. I love my Dan Patrick. It wasn't Dan, though. It was Jason Smith and Doug Gottlieb, I think it was this morning. Anyways, so J.J. Watt gets released and they break the news. And then, like, I saw these things. I heard multiple people say it, and what would be the perfect fit for J.J. Watt? The Patriots. What? Okay. It seems like whenever there's ever a free agent, it's the Patriots. Yes, the Patriots are the best fit for them. And that got me thinking, is it the Patriots are the best fit? Or is it Tom Brady is the best fit? Right? Like, think about that for a second. So, every single time a wide receiver, the Patriots should pick him up. Anytime anyone gets him on the Patriots, Deshaun Watson on the Patriots, oh my gosh. Like, what? Deshaun Watson on the Patriots? Okay. The only thing the Patriots have that the Texans don't is the Patriots have a better defense and a better head coach. Name one offensive weapon on the Patriots. Name one. Yeah. N'Keal Harry. I'm sorry. I love my ASU alum N'Keal Harry. Forks up ASU. But, he's not. I don't know if it's because the Patriots aren't utilizing him right. But Belichick and Kraft, Belichick, like the Patriots can't draft for shit. They've had some crappy drafts recently, and they've had Brady to luck them out. But N'Keal Harry's looking like a butt. Julian Edelman seems like he's injured a lot. James White, I don't know. Sony Michel, okay, he's okay, But they have no offensive weapons. So what does Deshaun gain from going to the Patriots? Okay, he gets a better defense, might win him an extra game or two, but I think he gets less weapons. At least he had Will Fuller. At least even though he was on a performance-enhancing substance, PED, whatever he was on, league substance abuse policy, whatever it was, at least he was like a guy like Will Fuller, like, he's on my fantasy team. Like, who goes, N'Keal Harry, he's on my fantasy team? No one. He's on the bench or on the waiver wire, So it's just like, there's just like this thing going on. It's like, oh, he'd be a great fit in New England. I don't think it's New England. I think it's Tom Brady specifically. Think about it. So, Tom leaves New England, goes to Tampa Bay. Gronk comes back. Leonard Fournette comes over to Tampa, and so does Antonio Brown. Okay, so you have those three guys come, and they all scored touchdowns in the Super Bowl, but Gronk said, I'm done retiring, let's go, He came out of retirement. Leonard Fournette said, I can go here. I want to go there. Antonio Brown, Seattle looks good. I want to be with Tom, So I think and you can think about the past times there's the Patriots, they tried out Josh Gordon for a little bit. There's always talk, Odell Beckham there. Oh, Odell Beckham. And, that was a rumor for a while, but I don't think it's necessarily the Patriots. I think it was Tom Brady. I really, truly do. Like, the Patriots, they're an okay team. They had 8 guys opt out for COVID, mostly on the defensive side. So the defense will improve, but you have no offensive weapons. And Belichick and the Patriots can't draft an offensive weapon to save their life. So everyone said, oh man, J.J. Watt on the Patriots. Look, whoa, imagine him on the Patriots. What does he gain? What does that gain the Patriots? You don't need defense, New England. You need offensive weapons. J.J. Watt can't play wide receiver or left tackle or tight end for you. Sorry. But, I don't know. I don't like how the media is just like, oh man, this guy in New England would be so good. It's like, no. Everyone wants to play with Tom Brady. The reason everyone went to New England wasn't because of New England. It was because of Tom Brady. There are so many stories from so many players that said, oh, I hated Belichick. I hated the New England way and the way Belichick ran. But I knew that I was with Brady, and I knew what Brady got me. Brady got me a chance to compete for a championship year in and year out. So they didn't go to, and then Brady leaves. Brady leaves to go to Tampa Bay. And everyone comes to Tampa Bay. Who went to New England? Cam Newton. That's it. And did anyone come follow Cam? Go, oh yeah, I want to play with Cam. Did Antonio Brown go, I want to play with Cam? No. No one came. It was just Cam. Cam came, and Bill was like, all right, I'm going to butter you up. I'm going to talk good about you like I love you because I'm going to stick it to Tom, and I don't know. So I don't think so. Here's what I think. I think New England is never a perfect destination for everyone. I think that the reason they got so many players was because they knew that if they played with Tom Brady, the benefits financially it would get them. And it would also get them a chance to compete for a championship, which in most contracts gets you bonuses, gets you deals with other teams for more money because you can say, well, I helped this team win a Super Bowl. So that's why everyone wanted to go to New England when Tom was in New England, was because they knew what Tom gave them. Tom leaves New England. No one comes to New England. No one followed Cam, but Tom goes to Tampa. And everyone wanted to follow. Everyone wanted a piece of Tom. Adrian Peterson wants a piece of it this coming season. He said, I want to play with Tom. I want to get a chip. I want to win a Super Bowl. I want to, So, J.J. Watt to New England is stupid. And don't always say New England's the best destination, because it wasn't New England. It was Tom Brady. And this leads me into my final segment of today's episode is this is what we're going to talk about, and I'm going to word this very carefully so we understand. I'm going to talk about, is Tom Brady the greatest winner in team sports history? Now, team sports, I mean, I'm talking baseball, basketball, football, hockey, and soccer. Those 5 sports. I'm not talking tennis. I'm not talking golf. I'm not talking NASCAR. And I'm not talking swimming, which I know you're like, swimming? What do you mean swimming? What? I'll get back to that in a second. But is Tom Brady the greatest winner in team sports history? Now, I brought up swimming a second ago, and it's for this one reason only. Because I'm just going to get this off the bat. Think about who is the greatest winner of all time. The greatest winner of all time. Just in all sports. Greatest winner of all time. I can think of 2. Tiger Woods and Michael Phelps. And you go, Michael Phelps, yeah, Michael Phelps, he's a great Olympian, yeah. But I don't know, greatest winner? Now, Michael Phelps is the greatest winner of all time. And so, let me just read off some of the achievements of Michael Phelps in his career as a Olympic swimmer. So, in total, he won 28 Olympic medals. That is the most ever. 23 gold medals, most ever. 3 silver, 2 bronze. He competed in a total of 30 Olympic events. 30. He has 28 medals. That means 2 times out of 30, he didn't finish in the top 3. And those 2 times were his one and only race at the 2000 Sydney Olympics, where he placed 5th at the 200 butterfly, and he was 15 years old. It was the one and only Olympic event he did. And the second time he didn't was he finished 4th in the 400 individual medley at the 2012 Olympics in London. So from 2000 to 2016, think about it, from 2000 to 2016, he had 30 Olympic swimming races. And I know some of them were team, but it's Michael Phelps. Okay, we all know it's Michael Phelps. Okay, 30 Olympic races. 28 medals. 23 of them gold. Wait, and you're like, yeah, those are pretty good numbers. I'm not done yet. At the 2008 Olympics in Beijing, he went a perfect 8 for 8. Now, what do I mean by that? He had 8 races. He got 8 gold medals. He didn't lose. And then for 4 years, until 2012, he got perfect 8 for 8. What? That's unheard of. That's like LeBron. That's like LeBron not missing a shot for like 10 straight games, and shooting like 15 times. Like, that is unheard of. And I'm not even done talking about Michael Phelps. He holds 39 world records by FINA. Now, what's FINA? It's the International Swimming Federation. So 39 world records by them, and then he holds a separate 21 Guinness World Records. So all of those things combined, all that he has done from 2000 to 2016, Michael Phelps is the greatest winner of all time. But the question is Tom Brady the greatest winner in team sports history? So I have three other players I'm going to name and, talk about their career and their stats, stuff like that, achievements. And I'm going to think who is the greatest team winner in sports history, and is it Tom Brady? So, first one that comes to mind, Bill Russell. Bill Russell played 13 years in the NBA. He was a 12-time All-Star. He won the NBA championship 11 times. He was a 4-time rebound champion, 5-time MVP. So, in 13 years, 1-3, he won 11 championships and made 12 All-Star games. And then won 5 MVPs. That is an insane run. And I know the league was different in his day, and he was, he was like the biggest dude on the court. That's still impressive. In 13 years, you win 11 championships. That's insane. And I know, like, he's not in the GOAT talk at all. I know he's not in the GOAT talk. But, like, I look, and he only averaged 15 points per game for his career, and that's why he's not in the GOAT talk. But that is still a team player. That is insane. Absolutely insane. So, absolutely crazy. So that's Bill Russell. Next one is Joe DiMaggio. So, Joe DiMaggio, here his 9-time World Series champ, 3-time MVP, 13-time All-Star, and he played only 13 years, so he was an All-Star every year he played. Also, he took a 3-year absence from the league for military service, so it could have been 16 years in the league, but 3 of those years he was serving in the military, so he didn't play. But 13 years, 13 All-Stars, 9 World Series, and a 3-time MVP. Joe DiMaggio, one of the great Yankees, one of the greatest Yankees ever. So that's the second one. Third one, Michael Jordan, MJ. I wasn't going to leave him off. I'm going to talk about MJ. Don't worry. MJ, 6-time NBA champion, 14-time All-Star, 10-time scoring champ, 5-time MVP, 6-time Finals MVP, Rookie of the Year in 84-85, Defensive Player of the Year in 87-88, 9-time All-Defensive Team, played 15 years, and then this was one that I didn't even, know. He was a 3-time steal champ, which are, okay, but, Jordan was really good at defense. I think that is something that not a lot of people talk about, is Jordan's defense. 9 out of his 15 years, he was on the all-defensive team, and three years, he led the league in steals. And then the offensive stats, 10-time scoring champ, 14-time All-Star in 15 years played, 6 championships, 5 MVPs, 6 finals MVPs, holy shit. Damn. And he won Defensive Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year, so that's absolutely insane. I just want to say, sorry if you hear background noise. I got Mr. Zeus, one of our kittens at this house. He's playing with the toy at the moment right behind me, so sorry if that noise cuts into the video. Sorry. But getting back, so those are MJ's. Now Tom Brady. 7-time Super Bowl champion, 14-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, 5-time Super Bowl MVP, 21-year career and counting. He has also played in 45 playoff games. 45. That is, I did the math, it's 2.8 seasons. That's almost 3 extra seasons just in the playoffs for Tom. Absolutely crazy. So, he's Super Bowl 7 times. That's more than any franchise has won. The Steelers and Patriots have 6. Tom Brady has 7. He's made the Pro Bowl 14 times, 3-time All-Pro, 5-time Super Bowl MVP, and let me check. He did win some league MVPs as well. Wow, I can't believe I didn't put that in there. Sorry, hang on 1 second, you guys. I swear I put that in. 3, yeah, okay, 3 league MVPs. That's what I thought. There it is. Okay, I just passed it through my notes. 'Cause I can't remember all of that stuff in my head, so I need to take some notes. So 7-time Super Bowl champ, 14-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, 5-time Super Bowl MVP, and 3-time league MVP. And he's still going, and he wants to go till he's 45. So who knows how much more he can get. So I'm looking at all these players, and I'm looking, okay, Bill Russell, 11 championships in 13 years. That's crazy. That's pretty good. Joe DiMaggio, 9 in 13 years. And then you have MJ, 6 championships, 14-time All-Star, all of those accolades in his 15-year career. Look at Brady, 7 Super Bowls, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 league MVPs. You know, he's still playing productively. You know, I'm looking at all of this, and is he the greatest? So, I think if I'm looking at this list, these 4 players, I'm just going to order them 4-1. I'm going to order them 4-1, okay? Number 4, Michael Jordan. Whoa, what do you mean? Jordan's the GOAT. Okay, this is the greatest winner. Jordan won a lot. He got his 6 championships, but everyone else on this list has more than him. And these guys finish the job when they get in, or at least get to the championship. Early on in Jordan's career, he couldn't get through the Pistons and couldn't get through the Celtics. And that's one thing where I talk GOAT talk. That's where LeBron has an edge. When he gets in the playoffs, he gets to the finals. Yes, he loses. Oh, he lost in the finals. But he gets to the finals. Jordan, for a while, didn't get, he's 6 for 6, though. He's perfect. Yeah. Because he couldn't get out of it, because he couldn't beat the Pistons, or he couldn't beat, the Celtics. He couldn't get out of the conference. He wasn't if that's where LeBron has the edge. He's been to 10. We're not talking LeBron. We're not talking about him right now. But I'm spewing off to the side. Let me get back on track. Everybody on this list has more championships than Jordan. I don't care if Jordan was perfect 6 for 6. All of these guys on this list are more team sport winners than Jordan. Number 3, Joe DiMaggio. 3, 2, and 1 are all close. And you can put them in any order, and I won't be upset. Jordan's 4. These 4, Jordan is 4. Okay? He is 4 on this list. All the other 3, if you change them out for different orders, that's okay. Because these 3 are really hard. But I'm going Joe DiMaggio. 9 championships. That is more than Brady. He only played 13 years. He did win the MVP the same amount of times as Brady. But Brady's got more in the tank. So Brady's not finished. So I'm putting DiMaggio at 3 right now. 2. This one is so close. Bill Russell. Bill Russell is above DiMaggio because he has more championships. And in 13 years, 11 championships. That's absolutely absurd. Absolutely crazy. Times were different back then in the NBA. It was a different game. I totally understand that. But Bill Russell is 2 on this list. And that makes Tom Brady the greatest winner in team sports history, in my opinion. Now, I preface this with he won with multiple teams. So he goes to the Patriots, plays with them for 20 years. 20 years in the same system, wins 6 championships, and then he leaves, and New England sucks. I mean, 7, okay, New England wasn't good. 7 and 9, they're okay. They weren't good. And Brady goes to Tampa and just wins a championship in his first year. and gets Gronk, and he gets Fournette, and he gets Antonio Brown. And then even Mike Evans is like, shit, I'll take a pay cut to keep everyone. Let's run it back, baby. Like, that is the Brady effect. And you can't say that about Jordan. The game was different in DiMaggio and Russell's time. So, but that's where Brady has the edge on Jordan, obviously, and he can win in multiple places. Jordan didn't win in multiple places. I know he was at the end of his career and after he did his retirement thing, but Brady won in multiple places, and on top of that, he won his first year in Tampa Bay. So that's all I got for today's video, guys. But before I go, quick shout out to the guys of 2.5 Hoopers podcast, hosted by Jacob Lehman, Josh Rhodes, and George Martin. If you want they break down every basketball game. And they podcast Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's when their podcasts come out. And they break down the games and every single game and go over them. And they have a bunch of other awesome segments in basketball talk that they do. So if you need some more basketball talk, go check out 2.5 Hoopers podcast. They are on Spotify and possibly YouTube. I'm not for sure, but they might be. Anyways, and also follow me on Spotify. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Comment to me on YouTube. What do you think about my Brady is the greatest winner in team sports history? Is he? How would you order it? Michael Phelps, is he the greatest solo winner of all time? So yeah, comment on my when this is out on YouTube. Give me your opinions. Follow me on Instagram at J_sports_podcast. I appreciate and love every listener, every follower, every watcher on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And until next time. This has been Joshua Nowakowski of the J Sports Podcast. Peace.